Michael Strahan seems to always be having fun when he is on NFL on Fox during the football season. He works alongside other NFL legends like Terry Bradshaw, Howie Long and Jimmy Johnson, and he is always ready to give them a hard time at the drop of a hat. However, on a recent episode he got a little personal with Terry. Here is what happened and why Michael called Terry a liar on national television. Michael Strahan calls Terry Bradshaw a liar during last Saturday's NFL on Fox episode. The analysts were talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers and Baltimore Ravens football game. Bradshaw, a former NFL star quarterback with the Pittsburgh Steelers, was explaining how impressive Russell Wilson has been this season considering his tough last 2 years. Terry Bradshaw on NFL Fox. Bradshaw said it had to feel good for Wilson to have a 6-2 record as the Steelers' starting quarterback and be in a place he feels wanted. Wilson was the former Seattle Seahawks quarterback and led them to a Super Bowl. However, the team traded him to the Denver Broncos in 2022, ending his time there. The Broncos benched him midway through the 2023 season, the first time he lost a starting job. How would you like to be a quarterback at Seattle, and everybody in Seattle wants to get rid of you, and then you get down to Denver and you realize that the head coach doesn't want you? Terry asked via the U.S. Sun. That is when Michael Strahan stopped Terry Bradshaw and compared Russell Wilson to the former Steelers Hall of Fame legend. You said something that set you up. You said that's been happening to you for years, Strahan said. What did Michael Strahan say to Terry Bradshaw? Michael Strahan had a huge point to make. He looked at Bradshaw and said that Terry had been saying that people were calling for him to retire from the NFL on Fox because of his mistakes over the years in his comments about the players and teams. This was something that Strahan was not going to stand for. Michael Strahan on NFL Fox, that's a lie because we all want you here. We love you here, Strahan said. Howie Long immediately agreed with Strahan and Bradshaw blew them off and kept talking about Russell Wilson. Anyway, America, Bradshaw said before talking about how humiliating it has been for Wilson over the past 2 years. He's there with Mike Tomlin and he's doing a great job playing Steeler football, Bradshaw said. While Terry Bradshaw didn't let the focus fall on him, it was clear that Michael Strahan felt the legend needed to know he had his back. What are your thoughts on Strahan's comments to Bradshaw? Let us know in the comments below. The NFL on Fox pregame show is known for its lively banter, expert analysis, and the camaraderie among its panel of NFL legends. Michael Strahan, Terry Bradshaw, Howie Long, and Jimmy Johnson bring a mix of humor, insight, and personality to the broadcast, making it a fan favorite during the football season. However, during a recent episode, Michael Strahan took the conversation in an unexpected direction, calling out Terry Bradshaw in a moment that was both surprising and heartfelt. The exchange, which centered on Bradshaw's self-deprecating remarks, showcased Strahan's loyalty and sparked buzz among viewers. Here's what happened and why it resonated so deeply. The NFL on Fox dynamic. For years, NFL on Fox has been a staple for football fans, offering pregame analysis that blends hard-hitting commentary with lighthearted moments. The panel, led by icons like Terry Bradshaw, a former Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback and Hall of Famer, and Michael Strahan, a Super Bowl champion with the New York Giants, thrives on their ability to both inform and entertain. The group's chemistry is undeniable, with Strahan often leading the charge in playful ribbing, keeping the mood upbeat even during intense football discussions. During last Saturday's episode, the crew was breaking down the upcoming Pittsburgh Steelers vs. Baltimore Ravens matchup, a rivalry that always generates excitement. As the conversation turned to Steelers quarterback Russell Wilson, Bradshaw shared his perspective on Wilson's impressive resurgence. But it was Strahan's response to Bradshaw's side comment that stole the spotlight and turned the segment into a memorable moment of Terry Bradshaw on Russell Wilson. The discussion began with Bradshaw praising Russell Wilson's performance as the Steelers' starting quarterback. Wilson, who led the Seattle Seahawks to a Super Bowl victory in 2014, faced a challenging 2 years after being traded to the Denver Broncos in 2022. In Denver, he struggled, losing his starting role in 2023, a humbling experience for a quarterback of his caliber. Bradshaw highlighted Wilson's turnaround in Pittsburgh, noting his 6-2 record and the sense of belonging he's found under head coach Mike Tomlin. It's got to feel good for Wilson to have a 6-2 record as the Steelers' starting quarterback and be in a place he feels wanted, Bradshaw said per the U.S. Sun. He went on to empathize with Wilson's struggles, adding, "How would you like to be a quarterback at Seattle and everybody in Seattle wants to get rid of you, and then you get down to Denver and you realize that the head coach doesn't want you?" Bradshaw's comments were meant to underscore Wilson's resilience, but he then made a self-deprecating remark, suggesting that he too had faced calls for his exit both during his playing career and in his broadcasting role. Michael Strahan's bold interruption. That's when Michael Strahan jumped in, stopping Bradshaw mid-sentence to address his comment. "You said something that set you up," Strahan said, pointing out that Bradshaw had been claiming for years that people were calling for his retirement from NFL on Fox due to occasional missteps or controversial remarks about players and teams. Strahan wasn't having it. In a moment that blended humor with sincerity, he looked directly at Bradshaw and declared, "That's a lie, because we all want you here. We love you here." The comment was a powerful show of support, cutting through the usual playful jabs to deliver a genuine message of appreciation. Howie Long immediately backed Strahan up, nodding in agreement, but Bradshaw, ever the showman, brushed it off with a quick "Anyway, America," before steering the conversation back to Wilson's performance. Bradshaw continued, "He's there with Mike Tomlin, and he's doing a great job playing Steeler football." Despite Bradshaw's attempt to move on, Strahan's words lingered, resonating with viewers and sparking reactions across social media. Why Strahan's comment mattered. Strahan's defense of Bradshaw wasn't just a fleeting moment of studio banter. It was a testament to the bond among the NFL on Fox crew. Bradshaw, now 77, has been a fixture on the show since 1994, bringing his larger-than-life personality and deep football knowledge to the table. Over the years, he's faced criticism for occasional gaffes or off-the-cuff remarks, but his authenticity and charisma have made him a beloved figure. Strahan's decision to call out Bradshaw's self-deprecation showed a rare vulnerability, reminding viewers that even legends like Bradshaw can doubt their place in the spotlight. The bigger picture: camaraderie in sports media. The moment also sparked broader conversations about the role of camaraderie in sports broadcasting. In an era where hot takes and controversy often dominate headlines, the NFL on Fox crew stands out for their ability to balance humor, analysis, and genuine connection. Strahan's comment was a reminder that the best moments in sports media often come from authenticity, not manufactured drama. For fans, the exchange was a refreshing break from the usual intensity of football analysis. It humanized Bradshaw, a larger-than-life figure, and showcased Strahan's role as the heart of the panel. As one commenter on X put it, "Michael Strahan just proved why he's the glue of that show. Calling Terry a liar to say we love you? That's iconic."